Welcome! Thanks for joining me on my videos where I give you tips and tools and techniques to help you enjoy your life. So this morning I read a post in the Nextdoor app, and someone in my city was saying how one of their neighbors was unhappy with their dog who was barking a lot. And they were explaining how they have a dog that they love very much that is a guard dog that protects their house. And one thing that triggers their dog are the neighborhood cats that come into their yard. And that made me think about a time a few years ago when one of my neighbors, just two houses down, was actually very frustrated with our family pet, our cat Zinc, who is an indoor outdoor cat, and went into her yard occasionally and would poop. And so this was first brought to my attention when she told me how he would go into the backyard, and she was really trying to keep her grandkids away from this quote unquote dirty cat who was pooping in her yard. And so at first I really thought I didn't really acknowledge what was going on for her, because I figured, well, my cat has to poop somewhere, and and cats clean up their poop by covering it up. And I didn't really think much of it. Like, I kind of had the attitude of, well, I hope she just deals with it. That's what my cat has to do. But then another day she told me, your cat is pooping on my grass and digging in the bark in my front yard. And that I kind of questioned, but I really thought about it, and it's a possibility that my cat would poop, possibly on the lawn, although I've never seen him poop on the grass. It doesn't mean that, he didn't. And so what I chose to do was I acknowledged what she was going through. And I said, if my cat is pooping on your lawn, please call me and I will come clean it up. And I said, because you did not ask to have a pet. The cat is mine, and my cat was affecting her space. And so when I acknowledged that, it created more ease for her, that she knew that I wasn't going to say, oh, well, that's your problem. It actually was something, it was a choice I made that was affecting her. It was a choice for me to have an indoor-outdoor cat that was affecting her space. So whether that's your physical space and your pet's leaving poop on somebody's property, it could be the person's hearing space, their space of peace. And so if a dog is barking extensively, then what actually could you acknowledge to your neighbors about that? And when you acknowledge that you're aware and you hear how they're being affected by your pet, it can change and create more harmony between you and your neighbor. So acknowledge what they're going through. And when my neighbor told me that my cat had dug up bark and it scattered all over the sidewalk, she left this on a phone message for me. And so I went over there and I swept it up. And her adult daughter actually came out of the house and came over to me and apologized that her mom was so cranky about our cat. And I actually said, you don't need to apologize, because if my cat actually did this, it's affecting your mom's space, and she didn't ask for this. She didn't ask for a pet to create these problems. And so I don't mind, cleaning up after my pet. And I also told my neighbor that I would talk to my pet, talk to Zinc, and ask him not to go onto her property. And he actually didn't for quite a while. And then there was another instance, and that is for another video. Okay. Have a great day, and I hope this helped.